Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to do a book haul. Woo! Everybody loves a good book haul, so I'll just get straight to it. Today I have 8 books to show, I think. Yep. Okay. So first off, we'll start with The One Memory of Flora Banks by Emily Barr. It's about a girl who has amnesia, and there is one memory she can remember, and she goes to a place because of this. She leaves her home where it's like where it's safe and stuff, and her parents trust her, and lots of other things go on, but I don't want to ruin too much because I've read nearly most of it, so I don't want to give it away. But it's about a girl who has amnesia, so she's living to deal with that. She has to write everything down. She writes stuff on her arms and her hands and notebooks. She carries a notepad. She leaves post-it notes everywhere because she'll remember something like talking to her mum and dad to make a cup of tea, and then all of a sudden she'll forget where she is after a few hours. So then she has to check all the notes and everything again to who she is, where she's with, where she is, who she's with, stuff like that. So it's a very interesting concept actually. I've not ever read a book about dealing with amnesia, so I'm sure there is people that have a really bad memory due to an incident or something and have to write after stuff down all the time. So it's not one I can't personally relate to, but I'm sure there's a lot of people I can, which is really nice. I'm halfway through. Yeah, we want to finish this soon, but that is one of the books I got this month. Next books I have are, after rewatching Merlin, I got completely obsessed with King Arthur, like the Legend of King Arthur, and I just went mental and bought lots of Arthurian retellings. So I don't know why, I just love the concept, especially Merlin. Show Merlin, if you've ever watched it, it's from Merlin's point of view, and he has to, be there for King Arthur. That's his fate, to look after King Arthur, to make sure he's king. All the retellings are different, and there's so many varieties, and it's just so interesting. So anyway, back to the point, I bought lots of retellings, so I'll show the ones I got first. I've got quite a few here, and they're all really big books, so I didn't expect them all to be massive, but they're all really big. It's The Winter King by Bernard Cornwell, and it's part of a trilogy named the Warlord Trilogy, and it's about King Arthur, obviously. But in this version, King Uther is alive in the beginning. He passes away and has a son. It's really complicated, I can't remember who's who, but he has a son and names him Mordred. So in a lot of other retellings, Mordred is the enemy, but in this one, he's the son of King Uther, so him and King Arthur are half brothers. I think Morgana and Arthur are half brother and sister in this as well. So yeah, that's quite a lot to take in, and it tells you in the beginning as well. It's got all the names of all the characters and everything, and who's related to who, which king's which. And there's just so much to remember. There's a map as well. A map of the UK, but it's just got all different names. Oh, the Kingdoms of Britain, 480 AD, that's when it's set. So it tells you all the places and stuff. So I'm only 90 pages in. It's quite a lot to take in. There's a lot of words, so you just got to take your time with it. It is in total 494 pages long, which isn't that long actually. I'm sure I've got books about that size, so it won't take me long to get through this, but I need to because I have so many. Next book I have, based on Arthurian retellings, is Merlin, The Mammoth Book of Merlin by Mike Ashley. This one is 24 spine-belling tales from the time of King Arthur's Camelot. So it's 24 different authors in one book, and it tells you the authors in the beginning. So you've got stories from Jane Yolen, Peter Tremaine, Rob Holdstock, Miriam Zimmer Bradley, Jennifer Robson, Vera Chapman, and blah blah blah, so many others. But you get the idea. Each page, it tells you each story, what's on each page. And this is a book that influenced the show Merlin. So as soon as I read the thing, as soon as I read the description on Amazon, I was like, I've got to get this. If this has influenced Merlin, I need it in my life. I think these are all stories from Merlin's side. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I love Merlin's one of my favourite characters. Next I have The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley, who does a story in the other book, but she has her own series. As you can see, I've marked off some things there. There's 4 books in one. I didn't know this. I don't know if it's for, yeah. It just says book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4. So this one. So that is a whole book. And they're all about that thick. So I was looking at it like, bloody hell, that's all one book. It's actually not. But in total it is 1,007 pages long. So that's why I broke it down into 4, so it makes me easy to read and I don't have to think, oh, I've got all this to go through. It's actually 4 different books. So I'm looking forward to that. There's 7 books in total for this series. Mists of Avalon, all from the point of view from this book is from all the women in the stories. So we've got Guinevere, Morgause, Priestess of Avalon Vivain, who's also known as Lady of the Lake or Nimue. She has a lot of names and she's named different in each one, so it's quite confusing. Morgane, Morgana, Morgan, and what was that it? So three, 4 main female characters. Most of this one's told from Morgana's perspective, I think. So I've heard anyway, so I'm not too sure. But I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I love the covers as well, really nice. For the focus. Oh, it's not focusing, is it? Never mind. Got The Once and Future King by T.H. White. And this is what influenced the Disney Sword and Stone. This is 4 different books, is it? 4 different tales. Got Sword in the Stone, Queen of Air, The Ill-Made Knight, and The Candle in the Wind. When was it written? Was it written in the 50s? I can't remember. It's really old book this, but they've just put it in a new edition, put them all together, and called it The Once and Future King. I love the cover. And it's really lightweight as well. The other ones are quite heavy. You only get a big book, it's quite lightweight. This one's quite lightweight, so. Again, the content is, the words are quite small. There's a lot of words going on there. But hopefully I'll get around to doing that. See, these ones with different stories in, I can just read whenever, 'cause the different stories, so that's good. And then I've got another book. It's absolutely massive, this book. I don't understand why it's so big. Why is it so big? Anyway, this one is The Queen of Camelot by Nancy McKenzie. Yep. So, and it's massive, look at that. And it's not even 1,000 pages long. I know. It's 867. How does that work? How is that? How is that 860 and that's 1,007 and that was smaller? I don't get it. And the words are small as well, so you knew there'd fit more in it? I don't. The words are a bit bigger, but I don't understand why it's so big. This is also part of a series. I think there's 4 or 5 in this, and this one is based on Queen of Camelot, Guinevere. It's about Guinevere. And it's from the very beginning, so when she's born. There is, in the legend, there is theories about Guinevere being cursed to bring Arthur to his doom. Because there's the whole thing with Lancelot as well, which I'm not too clear on. I think, yeah, she's cursed to, you know, be with Lancelot to betray Arthur, I think. I'm not too sure. So, but this is a retelling about it. And this looks really good. It's all based on Guinevere, one character, so I think that'll be really interesting to read. And then I've got two that aren't Arthurian based. Surprise, surprise. That I got today. I've been wanting this for ages and it's on my book depository list, but I saw it and I thought I'm getting this for £2. Yeah. Uprooted by Naomi Novik. And the cover is beautiful. It is a standalone fantasy novel, so I've heard. I'm looking forward to reading this. It's got dragons and stuff in it and magic, so love it. £2 as well. I saw it, I was like, yes, please. And then the last one I spotted today. I've wanted it for ages and I thought I've gone off it a bit because it's a classic. But I thought I'd get it because it was 50p, so I thought I'll get it, add it to my collection. And that is The Beautiful and the Damned by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I have got The Great Gatsby and did start reading that, but I didn't finish it, so. And it sounded really interesting watching Gossip Girl, and they mentioned this in the programme. And it sounded really interesting, so I'm all for the 1920s and stuff, so I thought I'd give that a read. So there are all the books for today. I have plenty more to come. I've ordered so many Arthurian books, it's unreal. Like, I think I'm going a bit crazy. I have 2 or 3 I think to come, so there'll be definitely another video for that. And that is all for today, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, or you know, if you've got any books to read, then let me know what you're reading. Alright, bye!